The pre-kindergarten screening exercise is an annual activity of the Ministry of Education. In that exercise, we work with children who are in the last year of preschool, who are about to enter kindergarten in September of the year. What we do is a screening activity, and that means basically that we are going to have a few activities with these children. As far as they are concerned, they are fun activities. They are essentially playing with a teacher. But during that activity, the teacher is observing and putting the child through a number of tasks that will give them an opportunity to demonstrate skills that are typical for a child who is that age. What we are looking for is to ensure that these children have the readiness skills for starting kindergarten. During the exercise, we are in particular looking for any of the skills that are not present or not well displayed. The goal is to pass that information on to the receiving teacher in kindergarten so that that teacher can give particular support and intervention in those areas that should be present with the child but that were not displayed.
What would you like parents to know in particular about that screen and how important it is for their child's education in the future?
There is a whole body of research that shows that when children start with even a small gap in their achievement, if that gap is not known and attended to, it widens as the child goes through school. So a child may have maybe speech and language challenges or may not have learned some of the necessary skills for pre-academic presentations. These small gaps, these small delays, if they are not attended to immediately as the child enters kindergarten, there is a widening gap. And so what you may have is a child who might have a little delay, who may end up down the line appearing as a child with disabilities. This pre-kindergarten screening exercise gives us the opportunity of identifying these gaps early and alerting the teacher who will receive these children of those small delays so that it can be attended to and that there can be a situation where the child is making progress as they should. The other thing about the screening exercise is that it gives us an opportunity to identify various health surveillance initiatives that is typical for children. So for example, with the Ministry of Health, there are 3- and 5-year developmental assessments. Children are supposed to be immunized. Some children get specialized support from the Child Development and Guidance Center. If any of these referrals have been made, it gives us an opportunity to identify that. And if any of these have been missed, the screening exercise gives us an opportunity to redirect these children to those important assessments that help to identify challenges that they may have, as well as to put them back on track in terms of their overall development.
And that's why it's important for the parents to bring along the child's health card.
It is very important for the parent to bring along the child's health card, because that health card has some critical information of the child's medical history. If there are any issues that might have been red flagged, it gives us an opportunity to be aware of that. Again, the goal of the screening activity is to help the child succeed. If there are any delays, if these delays are not attended to, it will affect the likelihood of the child succeeding in school. So again, the reason why we have the activity is to ensure that whatever little or big challenges that a child may have, that these are identified early so that the teacher receiving the child can give support to those areas as soon as possible.
Anything else they need to bring along with them?
The parent may want to bring a snack for the child, water. Sometimes the crowd can be a little bit large and the wait time can be a little bit long. So we encourage parents to bring whatever it is necessary to ensure that the child has a comfortable weight before they participate in the activity.
It's obvious, and finally, that in some cases, certain children may need special attention, as in the case of some of the special schools. Will that be, will the screening help to facilitate that as well?
Well, the screening is an activity that identifies challenges that a child may present with. We know and understand that it's not a diagnostic activity, so a child will not come away from the activity with a diagnosis of any kind of special need condition or disability. It is just simply to identify if there are any challenges and to set up the child to get support for those challenges. We want parents to also know that it is an event that is designed to help the child. I know that there are some parents who are a little bit worried, maybe that a child might be diagnosed with a condition. The screening activity is not designed for that, and that will not happen. What we want parents to know also is that this is an opportunity to secure the success of your child in school by ensuring that any challenges, any difficulties that may cause a problem later on in school is identified early so that the teachers and the schools can give the necessary support.